The historical origins of the city of Rome and its empire extend far beyond the official founding date of Rome in 753 BC. We primarily learn about this historical route from Virgil's epic poem Aeneid and the first book of Livy's History of Rome. The story begins as follows. The hero Aeneas flees the destruction of Troy, taking his elderly father Anchises and his son Aeneas with him. However, as in every mythological story, Aeneas's actions will not go unnoticed. Vengeful gods will intervene, sending giant waves and storms upon Aeneas and the other refugees fleeing with him. Thus, Aeneas and his companions will drift at sea for 7 years, waiting for the gods' wrath to subside. Naturally, this ordeal is the price to be paid in our story. The narrative then proceeds to the construction of the mythological roots of the future. By chance, Aeneas's ship reaches Carthage, where the exiled Phoenician queen Dido in the process of founding a new city. Aeneas's divine mother wants to protect her son, so she will try to marry him to Dido. While this plan works for a while, it will be revealed that Jupiter, the king of the gods, has greater plans for Aeneas. He is commanded to fulfill a much more significant historical duty. However, this requires him to abandon Dido. The African Phoenician lover deeply resents Aeneas's action, cursing him and declaring that their nations will forever be enemies, ultimately taking her own life. Here, Dido's blood symbolizes a pact with the gods, laying the mythological foundations of enmity between Rome and Carthage. After leaving Carthage, Aeneas sails north, unaware of his destiny. This time, he has the support of the gods. His peaceful journey takes a new turn when he lands on the shores of the Gulf of Naples. Now, he must prove himself worthy. Is he brave and skillful enough to fulfill Jupiter's given task? Or will he be a coward who flees, leaving the gods disappointed? What unfolds in Italy will answer these questions. When Aeneas moves to seize the region of Latium, he engages in a fierce battle with the local warlord Turnus. At this point, his divine mother intervenes once again. Venus persuades the god of blacksmiths, Vulcan, to make armor for her son. Vulcan also crafts a spear and shield for Aeneas. This shield becomes a masterpiece heralding the future victories of Rome, depicting scenes from the Battle of Actium in 31 BC. After the release of the war dogs, numerous battles ensue, drenching the lands of Italy in blood. But the judgment of the gods has already been made. At the climax of the war, Aeneas defeats Turnus, thus transforming his historical mission from a cowardly escapee from Troy into a legendary hero. However, his reign will not last long. He dies 3 years after the war. His son Aeneas succeeds him. He leaves Latium and founds a new city in Alba Longa. The story then plunges into 300 years of deep silence. It resurfaces when the last king of Alba Longa, Amulius, deposes the rightful king Numitor and makes his daughter Rhea Silvia a Vestal virgin. Amulius's aim is to eradicate Numitor's line, knowing that Vestal virgins are forbidden to have children. Thus, Amulius believes Silvia's death will legitimize his lineage. However, this won't be possible. The legends of ancient Rome are largely shaped by divine interventions. The circumstances seem ripe for another intervention. Amulius is overly confident in his ingenious plan, believing only a god could thwart it. And indeed, in the end, it's precisely what happens. Rhea Silvia is impregnated by the god of war, Mars. Soon, twins are born who will shape the fate of the known world under the swords of destiny. Remus and Romulus. News of the twins spreads rapidly, driving the usurper King Amulius into a frenzy. He orders the twins to be immediately thrown into the Tiber River. In Roman myths, the gods are obliged to take sides, no matter what. They must return to the place where the events began, to Latium. Therefore, the gods revoke the good fortune they had granted Amulius and instead bless Remus and Romulus. Though thrown into the river, the twins somehow wash ashore and survive, thanks to the motif of the she-wolf commonly encountered in Eastern traditions. The story becomes more classical from this point onward. According to the tale, after being nurtured by the she-wolf for a while, the twins are found and raised by the royal shepherd Faustulus. Naturally, when they come of age, they learn of Amulius's identity and depose him, restoring Numitor to the throne. It seems fortune has favored the twins. However, Aeneas's lineage is now tainted with murder, and blood will beget more blood. After installing Numitor on the throne, Remus and Romulus decide to establish their own kingdoms where they emerged from the river. Eventually, fortune aids them in reaching Latium. But here, they encounter a new problem. The location for the city's foundation is clear, but the question of which brother is the rightful heir creates a rift between them. Romulus and his followers settle on the Palatine Hill, while Remus, with his supporters, occupies the Aventine Hill. Both sides fall silent, awaiting signs from the gods. Eventually, 6 vultures are seen atop Remus's hill, but soon after, 12 vultures appear atop Romulus's hill. The gods have not spoken plainly. Is priority decisive, or is it the number? Claims and counterclaims lead to anger and abuse. Therefore, Romulus immediately takes charge and begins to build the city. He and his followers embark on constructing a wall to divide the city. Meanwhile, Remus crosses to the other side of the wall to challenge him, resulting in his death. Romulus will not stand for this insult and kills his brother. Thus, Rome is founded in 753 BC as a result of fratricide. Its first king is Romulus. The story then starts to become reality. Romulus's subsequent needs appear more realistic and plausible. The new king requires soldiers and settlers to expand his city. Therefore, he opens the city to bandits, exiles, fugitives, and slaves. To find them wives, he raids the Sabine tribe and abducts their women. He even shares his kingship with the Sabine king Titus Tatius. Each of these events seems like real problems awaiting resolution by a true king. Rome, founded by Romulus, is built upon murder. Thus, blood becomes the defining symbol of the state from its early days. However, like in every empire,